今日は AI ethics について話そう。
Hey Alice, what do you think about AI ethics?
I think it's a really important topic.
Yeah, especially with how fast technology is advancing.
Exactly, we need to consider the implications.
Do you think there should be strict regulations?
I believe some regulations are necessary to ensure safety.
But too many regulations might stifle innovation, right?
That's a valid point. Balance is key.
How do we find that balance, though?
It starts with open discussions like this one.
True, but who gets to decide what's ethical?
That's a tough question. Ethics can be subjective.
So should we involve ethicists in the conversation?
Yes, they can provide valuable insights.
What about the general public's opinion?
Their voices matter too. It's about everyone's future.
Do you think companies care enough about ethics?
Some do, but others prioritize profit over ethics.
That's concerning, especially with AI's potential impact.
Right, it could affect jobs, privacy, and more.
Speaking of privacy, how do we protect that with AI?
We need transparency in how data is used.
And consent from users. That's crucial.
Absolutely, people should know what they're agreeing to.
What about bias in AI? That's a big issue.
Yes, AI can perpetuate existing biases if not addressed.
How can we mitigate that risk?
Diverse teams in AI development can help.
That makes sense. Different perspectives are important.
Plus, continuous monitoring of AI systems is needed.
Do you think AI can ever be truly unbiased?
It's challenging, but we can strive for fairness.
What about accountability when AI makes mistakes?
There should be clear guidelines on accountability.
Who should be held responsible, the developers or the AI?
Developers should take responsibility for their creations.
That sounds fair, but it could get complicated.
True, especially with autonomous systems.
Do you think we need a global framework for AI ethics?
Yes, a global approach could standardize practices.
But different cultures have different ethical views.
That's why dialogue is essential for understanding.
How do we encourage that dialogue on a global scale?
International conferences and collaborations could help.
That sounds like a good start.
Education on AI ethics is also crucial.
Definitely, we need to prepare future generations.
What age do you think we should start teaching it?
Maybe in high school, when students are more aware.
That's a great idea. They can engage with real-world issues.
And it could spark interest in tech careers, too.
Exactly. Ethics should be part of tech education.
What role do you think governments should play?
They should create policies that promote ethical AI.
But they also need to keep up with technology.
That's the challenge. Technology evolves rapidly.
So should tech companies have a say in policymaking?
They can provide expertise, but it should be balanced.
I agree. We don't want them to have too much power.
Right. Public interest must come first.
What about AI in healthcare? That raises ethical questions too.
Definitely, patient data privacy is a big concern.
And the potential for AI to make life or death decisions.
That's why human oversight is essential in healthcare AI.
Do you think AI can improve diagnosis accuracy?
Yes, but it should assist, not replace human doctors.
That's a good point. Collaboration is key.
What about AI in law enforcement?
That's tricky. It can lead to profiling and bias.
Exactly, we need to be cautious with its use.
Should there be limits on AI in that field?
I think so. We need to protect civil liberties.
How do we ensure transparency in AI decisions?
By developing explainable AI systems.
That sounds complex, but necessary.
It is, but it's vital for trust in AI.
Trust is everything, especially in sensitive areas.
Right? Without trust, people will resist AI adoption.
So how do we build that trust?
Through education, transparency, and accountability.
It seems like a multifaceted approach is needed.
Absolutely. It's not a one-size-fits-all solution.
What about AI in creative fields?
That raises questions about authorship and originality.
Can AI truly create art?
It can mimic styles, but can it feel?
That's the big question, isn't it?
Yes, emotion is a key part of creativity.
So AI might enhance creativity rather than replace it.
Exactly, it can be a tool for artists.
What about the ethics of using AI in journalism?
That's concerning too, especially with misinformation.
How can we ensure AI-generated content is accurate?
Verification processes need to be in place.
And journalists should remain involved in the process.
Yes, human oversight is crucial in journalism.
It's a lot to think about, isn't it?
Definitely, the implications are vast and complex.
Do you think we'll ever reach a consensus on AI ethics?
I hope so, but it will take time and effort.
It's a conversation that needs to keep evolving.
Agreed, as technology changes, so should our discussions.
I feel like we're just scratching the surface here.
There's so much more to explore and understand.
Let's keep this conversation going in the future.
Absolutely, it's too important to ignore.
Thanks for chatting about this, Alice.
Anytime, Bob.